both quit our jobs and decided to open a restaurant. Fauzia moved to Delhi. Fauzia's cousin had already set up something, an ice cream cafe in Islamabad. Oh my God! Is that really you, Mashable? What are you guys doing here?
What inspired bringing Big Chill to Dubai?
Well, Dubai has been a second home for us for many years. Fauzia,
I have a lot of family here, and we've been toying with the idea for a while. It was a very exciting concept. It was a very challenging thing. So we were, quite apprehensive in a sense, but
Yeah.
we were persuaded. And
And-
it's such a wonderful market. It is your international market.
yeah, if you're moving out of India
Yeah.
and you want an international market, and what better than Dubai? It's a no-brainer.
Can you describe the vibe at Big Chill?
So, I come from a movie mad family. We've been collecting cult posters, weird posters, fun posters, and things that you just personally connect to a lot. So, you'll find a lot of vintage, old movies, not maybe the newer ones here, because we wanted to go with that vintage feel and look.
And
for
not just the
example-
posters. We used to have a lot of these movies and VHS tapes when we started the Big Chill. So it comes from there. And when we both quit our jobs and decided to open a restaurant, the Mad family had a ton of posters, and it was about what we all liked. So that is what came about on our walls, and that decor has kind of stuck, and that's become the signature Big Chill decor, so to say.
So, how did you guys meet?
So I was working in England, and I was working with women who suffered domestic violence, and we ran a refuge for women. We did a lot of campaigning around domestic violence issues within the Asian community in particular. And I happened to travel to Rwanda of all places, as my uncle was posted there as the head of the UN mission, and it was a once in a lifetime opportunity. It seemed that way. The UN were about to pull out at that stage, and it was a fascinating place to visit. And I was also obsessed about the mountain gorillas, I have to say. So that's how I ended up meeting Aseem, who was posted there in the Indian Army with the UN forces.
Yes, and I was in the Indian Army. I was with the 3rd Gurkhas, and we were in charge of the capital Kigali, and that's when Fauzia and her cousins came visiting, and that's how we met.
What's the story behind the Big Chill?
Fauzia moved to Delhi and got a job there. I got posted to the military academy. We were doing very, very different things in life, and then at some point, we decided that if we had to live together, we then both quit our jobs. And then Fauzia's cousin had already set up something, an ice cream cafe in Islamabad, and he was the inspiration. And he said, "Why don't you do this?" And so when we started very small with just an ice cream and desserts place, and that is how the Big Chill came into being, with Fauzia, me, and one more boy, and we used to cook ourselves and serve ourselves, and it was the location we found happened to be near a college, so it became a college hangout.
When it comes to food, what sets the Big Chill apart?
It's about making you feel at home, that you're comfortable, that you're cared for, that the food is like the food from your home, that is served with love and care, and this personal involvement and personal interest. It's not something that comes from a central kitchen that is warmed up or assembled or served. We are cooking in our kitchens. We're producing everything fresh. We're using the best ingredients. We're trying to do something that not many people do in Dubai, which is to keep our produce very, very fresh.
Tell us about the crew at the Big Chill.
Our entire staff team has come from India, and obviously, the challenge to maintain the recipes, to ensure that we can do justice to everything we have been doing. We can maintain our standards, maintain our taste. It was essential for us to bring in our staff from India itself. So we've got about 55.
54 staff, yeah?
54 staff, which is
Out of
quite
which
a mammoth enterprise.
We had all of our staff come in from Delhi, and most of our staff has been kind of working with us for a very, very long time. So he's heading the kitchen, Prem Chef, and what's his saal bhai hoga? He's been with us for 23 years, and he joined as a young lad, and now he's grown through the organization. One of our managers, Jainama, has been with us for over 20 years as well, and that's the whole thing about us. It is one large family that is running this show.
Big chill and desserts are synonyms. Tell us about it.
For Dubai, especially, one of the ice creams we came up with was the date ice cream, which is a really delicious one. I think it's over there. And this has been hugely popular. We launched it during Ramadan.
During Ramzan, yes, and there was this couple. They had their food and they were saying, oh, we are too full for dessert. And as they were walking out, they tasted the date ice cream. And she said, oh my God, can I take a later to go? And soon after, another lady followed. And she said, oh, my friend just called and said, you have date ice cream, which is very nice. So that's the kind of word of mouth that works with friends and with people. And about the ice cream, generally, the thing is, why are we kind of, going on about the ice cream? And why do we feel that, there are so many ice cream places? Dubai is a market with, all international brands present. But what we do is something different. There are no stabilizers in our ice cream. There are no artificial flavorings. There is no. It's just milk and sugar and cream and fruit.
This is the Mississippi mud pie. It turned out to be one of our blockbuster bestseller desserts, and it just came about from an experimentation that I was doing in the kitchen, and I was putting it together. And the first person to taste it was a friend of ours, a young person who was volunteering and working with us called Varun. And I said, Varun, taste this, it's just amazing. What do you think? What do you think? And he just said, oh my God, what is this? This is just so amazing. So we launched it, and we've never looked back. It's probably one of our most famous desserts.
Have you brought exclusive desserts for the Dubai folks?
One of the desserts that we made, especially for the Dubai market, was the real rose and pistachio cake, which is here. And that's something that would be appreciated by the local people, we thought, and it is. It's been really, really loved and enjoyed. And another dessert we made is the Samberry celebration. Berry desserts are hugely popular in Dubai. We're very lucky because all year round we have the most magnificent berries to use. So this is one of the ones, and then we decided on doing the tres leches here, and we introduced it. It's a blockbuster bestseller in India also. Yeah. I think our palate, we love this kind of cold, soft, melting in the mouth, sweet, dessert soaked with milk. And the banoffee, of course, has got an iconic status in India and in Dubai. It is. I always consider it quite a humble dessert in a sense, that it comes together so easily. It's one of my personal favorites. This is why I think, I am credited with introducing it, I think, in India, because I just loved it in England so much. It was just my favorite thing.